You're watching CBC TV 8 in beautiful Barbados.
Good afternoon, I'm Lisa Broom with the CBC News Break. Police and other emergency personnel are at this hour on the scene of an accident in St. Lucie where a ZR overturned, injuring at least 15 people. The accident occurred just after 9 this morning, prompting an immediate response from the emergency services. A short while ago, 4 ambulances were still at the scene in the area of Bentham's, treating some of the injured, most of them reportedly students of the Darrell Jordan Secondary School. According to lawmen, a route taxi, which was traveling from Crab Hill, St. Lucie to Speightstown in St. Peter, overturned in Bentham's, resulting in a mass casualty situation. Some of the injured passengers have already been taken to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital for treatment. Of course, we'll bring you more details as they become available. Some resorts on the island reportedly registered record profits last year, and Tourism Minister Richard Seeley says it's a sign of renewed confidence and viability in the local tourism industry. Addressing a special tourism conference at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Centre, Mr. Seeley revealed that the island's largest hotel, Hilton Barbados, returned close to $14 million to investors, while the largest local hotel chain, Elegant Group of Hotels, earned $22 million profit.
If your largest hotel group and your largest single hotel property are both having record years, it is an absurdity to suggest that somehow the sector is not viable, that people aren't earning. Sunil is now back from meeting with his investors in London, and they're now talking about investing in other properties in Barbados, and he will give more details on that. But the point is, they were thinking of selling a few years ago. So we have seen viability come back to the sector. And this is important because in 2008, one of the points that I always used to make is that investment is what will determine the success of the sector.
Look out for extended opening hours and other new things from one of Bridgetown's leading stores. It's Duty Free Caribbean Holdings, which owns Cape Shepherd and other properties in the city. The longer opening hours was one of the provisions of the amended Shops Act, and Chief Executive Officer Peter Allen says it's one way to capitalize on more potential business from cruise ship visitors.
I mean, now we've had amendments to the Shop Act, we'll be looking at our opening hours, especially during bank holidays and when we have a lot of ships in port. We feel it's important to serve visitors to Barbados.
President of the Association of Public Primary School Principals, Ivan Clark, says Barbados has excellent teachers. He made the point during the annual National Primary School Awards at Queen's College.
Teachers go beyond the call of duty. Teachers go beyond the call of duty. You know, sometimes you'll find that we take lunch at 3 o'clock. You know why? Somebody got ill, we have to rush them off to the doctor. Where's mommy? Mommy can't leave work, daddy can't leave, daddy can't be found, mommy can't be found, and we will have to do that. So there are persons out there who care about you.
Plans have been announced for a major agricultural project in the north of the island, focusing on training students pursuing a career in the field. Education Minister Ronald Jones says his ministry will acquire 45 acres of land in St. Lucie, which will be put into active production by next year. 10 acres of that plot has been specially reserved for breadfruit production. Mr. Jones says it will involve students at the Barbados Community College, the Samuel Jackman Prescott Polytechnic, and the Erdiston Teachers Training College.
It's a fully integrated project which will allow persons who are studying for agriculture, persons who want to be part of the whole entrepreneurial movement, to utilize some of that 45 acres. And if that is too small an amount, we will then expand it, because we have over 345 acres in that place, some being used now for cattle rearing, cow rearing. But there's still so much that we will expand to involve and to integrate more and more persons.
The Education Minister made the announcement as Slow Foods Barbados unveiled a kitchen garden which the organization put together for students at Ellerton Primary School, part of its 12 Gardens in 12 Months campaign. Administrator Lanny Edgell says Slow Foods Barbados has so far raised $36,000 for the program, with each garden costing about $3,000.
Since April 2015, we've installed 10 gardens, and we will install 2 more this month to complete our 12 Gardens in 12 Months initiative.
A 15-year-old girl has been reported missing. She is Roshara Kiana Rayside of Whitehall St. Michael. Police say the student of the Coleridge and Parry School was last seen yesterday afternoon around 5:30 in the Nursery Drive route taxi terminal dressed in her school uniform. Roshara is about 5 feet 3 inches tall, of slim build and has a dark complexion. She has dark brown hair worn in one, an erect appearance and has a stylish walk. Anyone with information relative to the whereabouts of Roshara Rayside is asked to call emergency number 211 or the nearest police station. Meanwhile, lawmen have traced another 15-year-old girl reported missing last week. She's Kiana Shante Hurley of Scotts Gap, Britons Hill, St. Michael. Kiana was initially reported missing last Monday. Lawmen are thanking the public for their assistance in locating the teen. The Caribbean Court of Justice has unanimously upheld a sexual assault conviction of 67-year-old Barbadian Clarence Seeley, who was sentenced to 5 years in jail for indecently assaulting a 6-year-old girl. The 5-member CCJ panel of judges dismissed the appeal and affirmed his sentence of 5 years imprisonment. Seeley had been convicted in May 2011. His lawyers argue that the trial judge had wrongly allowed the police officers in the case to read aloud from their notebooks certain admissions they said Seeley had made at the police station when he was being interviewed. Seeley said he had not signed or otherwise acknowledged making these admissions and denied having made them at the trial. He also argued that the trial judge had not properly warned the jury on how to deal with the admissions.